In the context of relationships, I think a lot of times as women, we make a lot of mistakes in relationships or our view of relationships. And when you get to your 30s, is when you're like, shit, I did that.
yeah. Kwanza, there is a relationship that I was in between when I was 25 and 29.
Oh.
That relationship should have ended in the first 3 months.
Oh, wow.
In fact, from the second date, it should have been as good as done. Like, I had no business showing up for a second date. But then again, I was this nice person. You want to give someone a chance. You want to overlook things. And then you realize 2 years down the line, it hasn't made any progress. And then you add another year.
Hey,
you know,
prolonging.
Yeah, so right now, I think what I'm doing is if something doesn't work, it doesn't work. I am a quitter now. I am open to quitting. Like, if something is not working, I would rather quit and start over. I think we've been brought up knowing that we are not supposed to quit on anything, yeah? So, like, quitters are never winners. Quitters, you know, and there are so many analogies and stories about people who quit and how people who didn't quit. And sometimes I think when we look at things with a sunk cost, like, I've come a long way.
Yeah. So you want to hold on.
Yeah. That is the same thing I did in that relationship. And I feel like I should have just quit in the first 3 months. I would rather even have stayed single for those years.
Hey.
Rather than staying in a relationship that did not make any progress or add any value to my life. And if anything, it took a lot of my energy. Yeah.
Interesting. For me, I would say relationship-wise is that first, I think it's 2 major lessons. First is like love does not hurt.
It shouldn't hurt.
It shouldn't.
Yeah. Like, it should be easy, actually.
I know. It should be easy. It should be... Of course, it has its own challenges, but then the kind of stuff women put up with in relationships, mostly because I'm talking from women perspective at this point. Hey, honestly, it's not worth it. I feel like women, we need to be taught how to love on ourselves.
Yeah.
Your self-love, extend that self-love to yourself before you give it. Like, why is it so easy to love on other people and you're not loving your self-hate kimpango? You're not loving on yourself the same energy unapea wase wengine.
Like, let me ask you a question. If you cut an avocado into 2 pieces and there is one which is bigger, the other one is smaller, which one will you take for yourself and which one will you give your friend? Like, suppose we're here now, you're cutting an avocado. You're most likely to give me the bigger piece.
That's what I was actually taught by my mother. That if you ever make the mistake of cutting avocado upate ni kidogo ama hata chapati, anything yenye una share between 2 people or whatever, you always take the smallest piece. That's what I was taught.
You know, I have been intentionally taking the bigger piece without any shame. I mean, I have got to take the best things for myself.
Hey, you're in a better place. You learned this early.
I don't know, because I'm just like, if you have to talk about self-love, then it should start even, because some of these small things add up to the bigger part, which is the mindset that we have. So if you think that others should always get the better thing, you're going to give them the bigger piece of the pie, bigger side of the avocado. You know, like if there are two cups and you have tea that you're pouring and there are only 2 cups, one is bigger and the other one is smaller, I'll put mine in the bigger one.
Hi. Okay, honestly, this is something you are talking about right now, and it's something I've always done since I was a kid. Like, my mom taught us that okay, mess up, you take the smaller portion, you give whoever else the bigger portion.
You see,
I think
it was inculcated in us a long time ago. It's like it's part of our fabric.
That's why we don't love on ourselves that much in comparison to how much love we give other people. That cuts deep.
Yeah, you know, I just realized that there's these small things that we do. Yeah, like the same way. Okay, of course, as millennials, we've come to realize that we need to wear our good clothes any day. You know, we don't have to wait for special
Christmas.
occasions. We don't have to have the kombezawa again. You know,
kabati, specific.
So it is the same way that we need to also unlearn this thing of you have to give other people better things than yourself. Like the same way visitors would come to our homes and then our parents just give them our bed and then you have to sleep on the floor. Hey. Yeah, so I think it's the same way. It's the same way you have to unlearn those kind of things.
Hey. Okay, I hope people are listening. Honestly, we need, even me, I still think I need to unlearn, honestly. And then for me now, the other point was in the context of relationships, one of my biggest lesson was to have a goal. Like if you get into a relationship with somebody, you need to look at what are your long-term, short-term goals, and where do you see yourself in this relationship in the next few months, for example, and have like sort of audit your life with this person. At some point jiteka mkutano, like those hard questions, ask them, like you can ask the person and also ask yourself. Even you're like, okay, so I had hoped maybe by the 6th month this is where we'll be at. Are we there? When I look at how our relationship is it making sense to me? Like kuna mahali tunapelekana na huyu msee, or this is it?
That's logical. But why do you think people don't ask such kind of things?
Because you don't want to face reality.
Yeah, because I feel like if I'm in a relationship with someone, that's how I measure it. If I'm in a relationship with someone and I feel that I cannot ask this because maybe I'll come out as too forward.
Yeah.
And sometimes they say that women are not supposed to be the ones asking this question. But you see, I was in a relationship for 3 years. 3 years. I should have asked where this relationship is going. But then so for me, how I measure it, if I cannot feel free to ask you where this relationship is going,
headed,
or what are your goals with this relationship, then it's already toxic. It's already not a very enabling environment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
And I think in a relationship, it should be very clear. Mnaenda wapi? Where are you headed?
The way we are friends, if we were here and we want to go to town and we are going to do a number of errands, I would ask you, where do we start? Because I feel safe with you and I feel like we are operating on an equal ground.
That's true.
But then if you feel like this person, actually that's how I know I'm losing it in a relationship, if I cannot ask. If I feel like, if I ask this question, I'm going to spoil things. Yeah, if I'm going to spoil, let me spoil them. Now that's another thing again. That's another thing that I've said. Let it spoil mapema. If asking questions is going to spoil it, then let it spoil mapema before we go very far and realize we wasted our time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I totally agree, by the way. Why are you walking on eggshells with a potential long-term partner?
Imagine this is someone you're going to spend the rest of your life with and you cannot ask them such simple questions. Yeah.